Two Russian cruise missiles struck an American-owned electronics factory in far western Ukraine before dawn on Thursday, leaving heavy damage and injuring more than a dozen people, Ukrainian officials said. The attack was part of one of Russia's largest overnight assaults of the war, involving more than 570 drones and 40 missiles. President Volodymyr Zelensky condemned the strike, stressing that the factory was a civilian business and an American investment producing only household goods. He accused Russia of deliberately targeting US property in Ukraine to send a political message. He added that the Russian military delivered the strike as if nothing had changed, ignoring global efforts to stop the war and showing Moscow's unwillingness to pursue peace. Zelensky confirmed at least 15 injuries and described the site as an ordinary civilian enterprise, an American investment producing household items such as coffee machines. Zelensky condemned the strike, saying it ignored global efforts to end the war. He also noted that plans for security guarantees would become clearer by next week, when he expects to be ready for possible direct talks with Vladimir Putin, potentially in a trilateral format with Donald Trump. Venues under consideration include Switzerland, Austria, and Turkey. Ukraine has continued retaliatory strikes with domestically produced drones against Russian infrastructure, including oil refineries, driving fuel prices in Russia to record highs. On the same day, Ukrainian drones struck Russia's Novoshakhtinsk oil refinery in an overnight attack that caused multiple explosions, the Ukrainian General Staff said on Thursday. In Washington, President Donald Trump said he told Putin he was not happy about the strike on the US company. The factory, owned by Flex Ltd., sits in Mukachevo, Zakarpattia Oblast, far from the front lines. Trump linked the strike to broader peace talks, adding that the next 2 weeks will determine whether negotiations succeed or shift to a new strategy.
Where I settled 7 wars, and actually, if you think about pre-wars, add 3 more, so it would be 10. I thought this would be in the middle of the pack in terms of difficulty. No, I'm not happy about anything about that war. Nothing. Not happy at all. We'll see what happens. I think over the next 2 weeks, we're going to find out which way it's going to go. And I better be very happy.
The attack destroyed about 1/3 of the plant, where 600 workers had been on duty, but evacuated after air raid sirens. Regional officials stressed that the facility produced only civilian goods, not military equipment. Videos show thick smoke over the factory site. Flex, listed on NASDAQ with headquarters in Texas and Singapore, has operated in Mukachevo since 2012. Andy Hunter of the American Chamber of Commerce in Ukraine called the strike a deliberate attack on our American investments, saying it sent a message that US businesses remain targets. Russia's defense ministry claimed the barrage targeted military production sites, storage depots, and troop positions. It denied deliberately hitting civilian facilities. Still, the scale of the assault reached into western Ukraine, killing at least 1 civilian in Lviv. The strikes came days after Trump met Zelensky in Washington and Putin in Alaska to push peace talks. Trump has tasked Gen. Dan Kane, chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, with drafting security guarantees for Ukraine, though he has ruled out US ground troops. Discussions with European partners remain at an early stage. For many Ukrainians, Putin's determination to fight on means any security guarantees must be firm and enforceable. That's all for now from Global Pulse Unplugged. Stay sharp, stay informed, and we'll see you next time.